Hello my dear students, Namaskar to you all. So today in this video we are going to discuss about nutrition in animals. Now we all know that animals are basically heterotrophs. That means they cannot make their own food, and for food they are dependable upon other organisms. So animals obtain their food from plants or other animals, and we can divide all these animals into three groups. These are herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. We all know about these groups. The first group is herbivores, that means those animals which eat only plants. Here are a few examples of herbivores. The second group is carnivores, that means those animals which eat only flesh or meat of other animals. Here are a few examples of carnivores. The third group is omnivores, that means those animals which eat both plants as well as animals. We human beings are included in this group. Here are examples of few other omnivores. Now, all the living things on the earth actually dependable upon the sun for their food. You can see here, with the help of this sun, plants produce their food, and this plant food is obtained by the herbivore, and the herbivore is consumed by the carnivore, and omnivore consumes both plant food and animal food. So we can say that sun is the ultimate source of food for all the living things on earth. Now, different steps in the process of nutrition in animals. Nutrition in animals is basically completed by 5 steps. These steps are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. हमें इन 5 स्टेप्स को क्रमांकानुसार अच्छी तरह से याद रखना पड़ेगा. So the first step is ingestion, means the process of taking food into the body is called ingestion. In simple words, eating of food is called ingestion. यानी कि हम जो खाना खाते हैं उस प्रक्रिया को कहते हैं ingestion. The second step is digestion. When we eat food, the food molecules are basically large and insoluble. That means our body cannot absorb these. So in order to absorb these food molecules, we need to break them into small and soluble molecules. So we can say that the process in which food containing large insoluble molecules is broken down into small water soluble molecules is called digestion. यानी कि किसी भी विशाल और ना घुलने वाले आहार को छोटे टुकड़ों में बदल के उन्हें घुलने लायक बनाने की प्रक्रिया को हम कह सकते हैं डाइजेशन. The third step is absorption. After digestion, the food molecules become small and soluble. That means they can mix into the bloodstream. So you can say that the process in which the digested food passes through the internal wall into bloodstream is called absorption. Because now the food has become soluble, that means they can mix with the blood. The fourth step is assimilation. Now, when the food mixes with the blood, it carries to all the parts of our body, and this food is then enters into each and every cell of our body, and this is used for producing energy. So you can say that the process in which the absorbed food is taken by the body cell to use for energy, growth and repair is called assimilation. The last and fifth step is digestion. Now, whatever food we eat, we cannot digest the whole food. Some part of the food remain undigested. Now, this undigested food is further removed from our body in the form of stool or feces. So you can say that the process in which undigested food is removed from the body is called egestion. Now we'll see nutrition in simple animals like amoeba and paramecium. So these are basically unicellular animals. That means they are made up of only single cell. So the process of nutrition in them is also quite simpler because they are unicellular. Now amoeba is unicellular, but they also complete their nutrition in all these 5 steps. The steps are ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. So the first step is ingestion. Now amoeba has no real mouth, so they intake the food by using pseudopodia. Pseudopodia is basically a temporary mouth. You can see here in the diagram. So whenever any food comes near to amoeba, then they open a temporary mouth which is called pseudopodia, and they ingest the food with this pseudopodia. And when the food is ingested by the pseudopodia, then this food is stored into a temporary stomach called food vacuole. You can see here this is the food vacuole. It is also a temporary stomach. The next step is digestion. So when amoeba ingests the food, then they turn the large food molecules into smaller soluble molecules. You can see here in the diagram. Then the third step is absorption. When amoeba digests the food, then the food is absorbed by the whole cytoplasm of the amoeba. And this process is absorption. See here in the diagram, the food is absorbed by the cytoplasm. The fourth step is assimilation. Now when the food is absorbed by the cytoplasm, then this food is used to produce energy through respiration. And with this energy, the amoeba grows, as well also they reproduce into new daughter amoeba cells. The last step is egestion. So amoeba also cannot digest the whole food part. So they also remove the undigested food part with the help of this rupture. Rupture basically means a break into the cell membrane. So by this they also remove the undigested food. Now these are the different stages of nutrition in amoeba. The first stage is ingestion, then the second step is digestion of food, then absorption of food, then assimilation of food, and then egestion of food. So these are the 5 steps. That's for all in this video. On the next video, we'll discuss the nutrition in human beings. That means multicellular complex organism. Now let's see a brief summary what we have learned today. So first we have learned different steps of nutrition in animals. The first step is ingestion, that means taking of food. The second step is digestion, that means breaking down the large molecules into small soluble molecules. The third step is absorption, that means mixing these digested food with the blood. Then fourth step is assimilation, that means using the absorbed food to produce energy. The fifth step is egestion, that means removing the undigested food from the body. So these are the 5 steps by which animals complete their nutrition. The second thing we have learned, nutrition in amoeba, which is a simple unicellular organism. Now amoeba also completes their nutrition in these 5 steps. So I'll catch you in the next video. Be safe.